RV.Media.
Hello, this is Randy Adams. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. I hope you're having a great Sunday morning. Hope you get a chance to go to church. I hope you get to see your family. But hey, we've got a new show. It's called RV.Media. We want to talk about how to really get quality time. Hey, get refueled. I mean, it's we put in 40 hard hours a week working, and it's time to get out and enjoy life, enjoy the fresh air, enjoy your family. And Jace Pierce and I have put this new show together, and I hope we can educate you and entertain you and give you some ideas. Jace, thank you for being on the show. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. It's kind of early for me today, but that's all right. I'm on my fourth cup of coffee, so.
What are your plans with this show? What do you see the future? What we need to do and how we need to be prepared for really enjoying life, living life to the max.
Yeah, well, one of the things, and we've done this before, is to make memories, and an RV is a great way to do that. So what I've been doing over the last couple of years is venturing out, checking out different RV parks, venues, festivals, events, because it's more than just going to a campsite with these RVs. I mean, I met guys that do barbecue cook-offs, they go to the rodeo, they go to the strawberry festivals. I mean, it's just, there's all kinds of avenues you can take the RV. And I actually know a lot of people that actually live in those. Do you know those people, Randy?
Oh, yeah. I've run across a lot of people that are now living in one. One is a guy that's an old friend of mine that I've done business over the years with. And he has sold his house in Schertz, Texas, and moved out on the lake. And he really loves it. He's enjoying himself. And wow, he has got really a nice fifth wheel camper. Got a fireplace, got stacker, washer, dryer, and he's really enjoying life, taking it easy. This whole world can be a stress, and you need some relief.
Yeah, so RV.Media is our website. It's got on the menu bar there. You can just type the different events that are up and coming, a little bit RV news. And also, if they want to sell their RV, Randy, I know a lot of people that bought houses, lived in the RV 6 months or a year. The house is getting completed because all the components came in and they're ready to get rid of that RV. And if you're out there listening, you can give us a call and or go to the website, RV.Media, and give us the information on that RV.
And that's a great idea because you're hands-on, you're watching them build the house, you're seeing who's showing up, you're seeing the quality of work that they're putting in it, you can take pictures of it, so you're right there on site watching them build your house, and you don't have to pay rent anywhere else, you don't have that traveling time, and you can spend that quality time watching them put together where you're going to spend a long time at your residence. So there's an opportunity. And then there's the people that want to just get out, take their kids and let them learn what's really going on. Try to get them off those phones, huh? They try to get them out in nature and walking and talking and enjoying the time and the quality time. Because I know that I've got 3 sons, and man, we had some great times in RVs and camping and traveling and doing things. And we bicycle raced at one time. And so we traveled in one of those to keep up with the times and the quality times. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to weigh up what you're spending on your time. And hey, in hotels, they're not cheap anymore. So you got to think about what you're spending, how much time you're spending.
one of the things that I've noticed talking to the thousands of people is that they don't know where to go. It's like they want to get in an RV. They're working, 5, 6, 7 days a week, and they've been trying to get away from that job. And, and if they don't take the time to do it, they never will. So what I found out, there's a lot of these RV parks, you don't even have to have an RV. You can rent a cabin in it. There are actually different companies that can drop the RVs off in the parks, and we'll be disclosing some of those in the future. On our webpage, RV.Media, there's an events area and a traveling guide area. So let's say you wanted to go to Arkansas. Well, we've got the guide to Arkansas right on there. Washington, D.C. If you want to go over there to Maryland, there's a lot of RV parks over there in Georgia, or a lot of wineries in Alabama. Have you ever been to a winery RV park, Randy?
No, I haven't.
I know it's a little early in the morning right now to talk about wine, but it is Sunday, so maybe a little communion wouldn't be bad to start the day off with.
Maybe they're up and down around Fredericksburg, huh?
Yeah, actually, there is wineries over there with RV parks in there, and we're going to have one of them on the future shows talking about the parks, doing a little video and stuff like that. There's RV parks with water parks, right? Have you ever seen one of those?
No.
Yeah, they got slides and water wheels, golf courses, and putt-putt golf courses for the kids. It's a family event. One thing I've learned going to over 500 RV parks in the last few years is that there's different kind of parks. There's resort-style parks. There are above 55 parks. There are exclusive parks, and there's your standard work camper park, which is, a lot of little country towns. Maybe the guy's traveling right now, and maybe that guy wants to sell his RV. He can give us a call, anytime, or go to our website and give us the information. We can help him get rid of that.
Well, recently I've had a lot of people I bought some and try to trade their RV in on a new car or truck. And I make an offer to the dealer, and they save some tax money, and I end up with a RV, and they're happy when they got a new unit. I talk about on another radio show about a gentleman that got deployed, and he bought a new camper RV, and it was he had got deployed, and he was worried about his wife in a new car, so he traded in on a new car while he was deployed, and their plans were when he got back he was going to buy another one. So he didn't want to let it sit, pay the storage. I bought lots of RVs out of storage units that people are tired of paying the storage. You can rent them. You can rent a cottage. You can do so many other things. So it's wide open to what you can do, and you can trade it in on a car somewhere. The dealership will give me a call. They can call Randy Adams anytime on my mobile, 830-708-4789. I'll give you that number later, just in case you want to trade it in on a car or a truck. Give me a call. Jason and I will buy your vehicle, buy your RV, and that way you can buy a vehicle or do something else. But, with the storage, with the upkeep, with the interest,
depreciation,
insurance,
maybe
it's best to sell it now instead of later and do something with it now that'll pay off for the benefit of you and your family.
Yeah, and one of the things right now is the market's, it was super hot, and now it's cooled off a little bit. So, prices, a fair deal, and condition is a big part about the value. But here's the thing. If you're not using the RV, that's one thing. But if you are using the RV, where are you going to go? I know some people, they just go to like a couple different spots. Man, I have found so many different styles of RV parks. A casino. Have you ever been to an RV park in a casino, Randy?
No, I haven't.
Man, what about Graceland? You ever been to Graceland? Elvis has an RV park.
Breaking news.
And in today's news, Private Presley departed Fort Hood, Texas for Bremerhaven, Germany for an 18-month tour of duty. Thousands of American teenage girls are left heartbroken, but German fans are sure to embrace Presley. According to the star, should rock and roll music die out during his service, he would leave singing and focus on his acting career.
You may now return to your regularly scheduled program.
Niagara Falls, that's another spot. I went up there to an RV park. They're just traveling all over the country.
There's clubs too. I know some ladies that all travel together with their RVs, and they're ladies clubs, and they all meet somewhere, and travel together and spend time together, and they really like it. And they're very educated. They know a lot about fixing their RV while they're camping if somebody comes up with a problem. So there's also clubs that people, if you have the time and you want to travel and you really want to enjoy yourself, there's a lot of possibilities there too. And then how long does the average person keep their RV until they trade or upgrade or downsize? And then how long does the average person keep their RV until they trade or upgrade or downsize? There are people always wanting to look for something different.
Yeah, they do. And sometimes the manufacturers, they bring out different brands and they do upgrades. Maybe the interior colors change. It's just like anything, styles change. And, the springtime is when that stuff starts coming out. I mean, I've been to a number of RV shows already this year, and it just amazes me as to all the electronics involved when you push everything and all the buttons. It's not as complicated as it used to be, but they have electric fireplaces in them, Randy, where you you don't even have to. I mean, that's what I thought. They said it has a fireplace. I'm like, well, couldn't the wood burn the RV down? I just think it's quite amazing. And one thing that we talk about all the time is making the memories with families, friends, relatives, and others, or just when we meet all new people on the road.
Meeting new people. So the quality people are at campsites really are really good people, and that gives you an opportunity to expand your horizons, expand your fellowship and friends, and meet so many different people around. I know the times that I've been camping, I've met some really nice people, and it's kind of funny. It's a small world. They know somebody and it's a good possibility. So you want to travel. Also, we need to talk about what you're going to pull your RV with, what size truck, if you need a truck, if you need an SUV, what's the quality that's coming out, the new deals, versus, some of the campers are made out of wood and some are made out of aluminum square tubing. So we're going to try to give the insight on what's being built, what's going on, and what fits you and your family better. Don't you think that you need to know more about what you're buying, what you're purchasing that'll fit your budget?
I agree with you 100%, Randy. That's why today we have one of the leading manufacturers with us today on the show.
Yeah, straight in from Indiana, in the hot and cold area of the country. One of our fine friends from the Dutchmen RV manufacturing plant, Kyle. How you doing today, Kyle?
Well, guys, it's great to be with you.
Oh yeah. So what we understand is that you guys have been building RVs for how long has Dutchmen been in business?
So we're one of the oldest manufacturers in North America. We've been in business continuously for 35 years.
Oh wow. And how many different brands do you guys carry?
We build 8 different brands, and over the last 35 years, we've built over 500,000 new towable RVs.
That is unbelievable. And what is your marquee brand? I know you guys do toy haulers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, and varieties. What are the brands you guys carry at Dutchmen RV?
Yeah, so we're probably the most famous for the Coleman brand, which is carried by a number of partners. We're famous for Voltage toy haulers, the Kodiak, Aspen Trail, and a number of others as well.
So the Voltage toy hauler, that's the big traveling machine, right? How big are those garages in those things now?
They range anywhere from 10 feet all the way up to 18 feet, depending on what type of golf cart or ATV or side-by-side that a customer may have, motorcycles for a lot of those customers.
Yeah, and I thought those toy haulers, are they over 200,000 yet, or are they getting close? I know the prices have been going up.
Yeah, I would say that the MSRP on most of those are going to be in the mid-100s. And certainly a little bit cheaper with some of the incentives that we do through the dealerships.
Oh, nice.
Well, great. What do you see for the future? I talked to a lady yesterday that's living in an RV. She just came from Colorado. She was living in her RV in Colorado, and now she's in New Braunfels, Texas, living in it, and she's happy as can be.
Yeah, I think that certainly, the tailwinds of our industry have been incredibly strong for really the last 15 or 20 years. Certainly demographics have helped that. Certainly people being able to work with technology and work from home has helped with that. And then obviously people just want to see the country. And it still is and will continue to be the cheapest and most affordable way to, take your house with you wherever you go.
Well, I looked at a truck and fifth wheel. Jace remembers this couple, and they were wanting to sell me the fifth wheel and the truck. And they were going to New Zealand And they had 3 kids, and they all worked out of that RV, and they traveled from campsite all over the United States. His wife was from New Zealand, and they were packing up and going to New Zealand with her mother, to live with her mother, and they could work from there, New Zealand also. And I just couldn't believe the freedom they had, and they were homeschooling the kids plus working out of their RV. You remember that? That was, what, 2-3 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Oh, yeah.
So that's unique. And then also, I've got a good friend of mine that sold his house in San Antonio, and he lives on the lake in Marble Falls in his brand new fifth wheel, and he loves it. It's got fireplace in it, electric fireplace, of course, and stacker, washer, and dryer, and he's happy as can be in his RV.
So Kyle, at Dutchman.com, I guess one of our loyal listeners, they can just go into that website and type in, you got all your brands listed there with the new floor plans, and I guess the 23s are the ones that are out now, or 24s coming out?
Yes, sir. So it's Dutchman, DUTCHMEN.com.
That sounds good, and they can go in there and look at all the floor plans and do the dealer locator and find out, just where to find one of your, how many dealers do you have in Texas, you think?
We probably have 30 dealers in the state of Texas.
Nice.
How many do you have in Arizona? Do you know? Just guess.
Yeah, one of the benefits we have of being around for as long as we have is that nationwide we have almost 1,000 dealers. And so from a service capability standpoint, as customers travel around, they can find an authorized dealer in almost any town in North America, all the way up into Alaska, on the route up to the Alaskan Highway, certainly around any national park. We have great partners that not only sell our products, but service them.
I know of several people that have bought brand new campers and RVs out of Arizona, and they delivered them to Texas. But they found the right unit. Sometimes it takes a little effort to find the right unit that really fits you and your family. And that's what was unusual to me, that is there more availability in Arizona, maybe? Are the dealers bigger?
It would just depend on the brand that you're looking for. Certainly during COVID, there was a shortage of RVs. There was so much demand and interest in the products that, people were driving a couple states away to find the one that was available. But it's starting to normalize again, and we encourage people to buy locally because they have the ability to form a relationship and have good service, which is important. But certainly people, are willing to travel because they're going to buy it and travel when they get it.
Well, we really appreciate you checking in with us today, and hopefully we'll be able to build a relationship and get more of that Dutchman RV brand out there. I know I really appreciate your time today, Kyle, and if anyone wants to find out about your products, just go to Dutchman.com.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you. A friend of mine that had a brand new one built, he went to the factory, and they put 3 cages for his 3 large parrots, I guess they're called parrots, in his motorhome that he traveled in. He traveled constantly. He was a collector of old cars and antiques and hot rods, and he had this put in there so he could haul his parrots around with him. And everybody that's got an RV usually has a dog with them. And so there's places that you can go with pets and not. Or
most of the RV parks are pet friendly. Some of them are a little bit more than others, but I would say 80% of the people 83% of all RVers own a dog, and that's one of the main reasons people get an RV is because you know how much it costs to board and house and trust a family member to feed the dog.
Oh yeah.
So I have met so many people that have dogs and animals, and they take them traveling with them, and that's part of the fun. Is friends, family, kids, children, relatives, dogs, animals. I mean, it's a lot of fun. One of the other things that we like to talk about here, Randy, is what's up and coming and market trends and the news in the industry.
Well, I've noticed a lot of the RV locations are full. I'm talking about selling new and used units, and consignments sometimes is concerning with me because if you walk in there with a price and you don't let us quote you a price first. To know what your unit's worth, because if you want to go consign it and you hit a low figure, they'll buy it instead of consigning it, so you've lost out on the money. You really need to know what your RV's worth before you go to consign it or to try to sell it. We'll give you a wholesale figure on it, and that way you know where you stand. Is that correct? Is that what you're wanting to do?
Yeah, that's what we can do. You can give us a call, 4242-RV-INFO. That's RVINFO. That's 424-278-4636. And give us the information on your RV. You can text pictures. you can call that number. If you're driving down the road, definitely don't text right now. Just only give us a call, and you can describe the unit to us. If you want us to buy it, we can do that. We have certain dealers that have good inventories in them right now that we could refer them to, because I know, Randy, you're a big man of who's a man of their word in different companies around.
Well, yeah, you want to deal with the right people that'll stand behind. We were in a dealership, RV dealership, the other day. This man was bending over backwards taking care of his customer. I watched him, and I was very impressed at how he handled himself. And I thought to myself, if I wanted a new one, I'd sure be, talking to this man. Because there is people that will really take care of the customer after the sale, and that matters.
Yeah, getting service done on the RVs, that's one of the things too. Storage in the RV, yeah, it's an expensive hobby. So that's why, one of the things I found out is maybe people if you're just going to go one weekend out of the year, just rent it. We're working with a couple RV rental companies that are going to be providing an opportunity. If your RV's sitting around and you're not using it, you may want to put it in their rental fleet. And we'll start talking about them in the next week or two and bring them on board, and they can kind of explain how that program works. Because how many days out of the year is someone really using the RV if they're not living in it, Randy?
Well, you got to add it all up. Insurance, maintenance, upkeep, rentals, you got a lot of costs there. And hey, even those cottages are nice. You don't have to worry about pulling nothing. You don't have to worry about the tires, nothing. You can go stay in a cottage somewhere. Here in New Braunfels, there is a place that they bought the location, and they have built a bunch of cottages. And a lot of people come in for Worst Fest, the river, and all, and they stay at this RV park, and they don't own an RV. They get the quality of the RV, the outside, the things, the functions that's going on around, and still enjoy themselves and get around and, around good people.
Yeah, and here at RV.Media, our goal is to, A, give you ideas on places to go, B, give you ideas on where not to go, and then just what kind of RV, if you're wanting to upgrade, downgrade, or getting totally out of the RV business, we provide a service, and you do this very well, Randy, is that we can give them a price on their RV today.
That's right. And also, I recommend going to YouTube. If you got a little problem you need to fix right away, YouTube will show you how to fix it. And, also, Amazon sells a lot of parts. If you're planning to go somewhere or do something, you need backup parts. Or if you're at a campsite, they could probably deliver the parts you need at the campsite, can't they?
Oh, that's funny you mentioned that, because I had an issue with a guy, and he didn't know how to fix something. So I called an RV dealer, their service department. They told me exactly that. They said, we're 3 weeks out. Go on YouTube, watch the video. This is an easy fix. So that was really nice of them to do that. But I was like, oh my gosh. So I told my buddy that, and he watched the video. He said it didn't take him, 30 minutes to figure it out. But that is amazing, all those videos on YouTube on what to do.
Well, and Amazon's got the parts. They can, send it wherever you want to be. And probably got it in stock. There's so many large Amazon locations. And so they probably get the part to you right away, and you don't have to wait, and you keep going, you enjoy yourself. I fixed a lot of things. I always bought used little motorhomes, and I was always working on them, and I was always going somewhere trying to get the part. I wished Amazon would have been around when my sons and I were chasing the bicycle racing circuit, and that would have saved me a lot of time and effort.
Okay, well, so as we're coming to an end of the show here, Randy, we just want to remind our listeners that if they go to RV.Media, right there in their web browser, and look it up, we can find different events, a way to sell their RV. We're going to have some up-and-coming different businesses and videos going into RV parks and featuring those. I mean, there's going to be a lot of stories. There's going to be a lot of enjoyment. We're really looking forward to spending time with you and your family on your drive wherever you're going today.
Well, great. Thank you, Jace. Thank you, listeners. We hope that we're educational. We hope you're entertaining. We have stories coming up of what's happened to us and how we had to fix things and what's going on. But it's all part of life. What man makes breaks, so nothing's perfect. And so we're going to continue to work on this show to get the best show we can, because I think this is a great opportunity for people to make memories. Making Memories RV was a show that we had years ago, and it was very popular. So thank you, listeners. Jace, thank you.
All right, well, you guys have a great, safe day on this Sunday, and we'll tune in next week. We have a lot of surprise guests coming, and have a safe travels.